Hello, welcome to Algorithms. In this presentation, we will be discussing about establishing vision for cloud transformation project. Now, this is one of the key step if you are starting cloud transformation journey. And for most of the organizations, it is either a problem that they are trying to address or an opportunity for which they are seeking a solution that includes enablement of cloud. Now, you see a technological possibility such as cloud computing as the way to solve your problem or seize the growth opportunity, and this is your architecture vision from the cloud transformation perspective. Now let's look at it from at a granular level. What are different components and how do you go about establishing the vision in your organization? Now there are seven different dimensions to it. One is situation. So consider the size of your organization, the industry sectors in which it operates, its geographical distribution and locations and legislations and other external regulation that applies to your business goals. So what are the business goals your organization is seeking to address? You should analyze and describe your business goals as the starting point of your understanding of your business context. Now, in some of the projects, it is said that it is job of business analyst. Uh, it actually depends who is doing this exercise. It does not just require the business analysis experience. It requires a very extensive experience in terms of domain knowledge as well as the cloud knowledge as well as engaging the stakeholders plus CXO audience in your organization to hold workshops to accomplish this part of the cloud transformation journey. Now, when it comes to risk reward balance, so what is the acceptable risk reward balance that you have for low risk? Consider whether low risk activities can be moved to an on demand service environment and whether activities can be identified to explore and exploit on demand business opportunities by mitigating risk through partnership and risk sharing with the cloud services. Now, on the other side, when we are talking about high risk, so what business process operations carry high corporate risk in operational and legal failure? Now, whether there are specific corporate risks that can be linked to specific IT software applications, infrastructure, and services. And the last one is whether corporate benefits should be traded off against corporate risk. For low reward, consider whether business activities with a low corporate return can be commoditized for low cost competitive advantages. Impact on product and services. So, does the business seek to explore new products and services in new markets? It is more transformative and disruptive in nature, or to exploit existing markets with the products and services. So, that is more of utilitarian and commoditization. So, this positioning is a key aspect of business strategy and delivery. Now, if you look at the graph which exhibits impact on product and services, when you do this analysis based upon new markets, existing markets, you get a clear picture of the different areas or different segments. So that for instance, existing products and services can be offered through on-demand self-service or augmented and enhanced through on-demand features and options, or commoditization for competitive low-cost advantages. New products and services can be sourced and delivered on demand. They can be disruptive to existing products and services through superior cost and functional performance. And same goes with the new and existing markets. Business processes. So, which business processes are under consideration? You may be considering the complete business process portfolio or some specific business processes or no specific business process at all. So you should identify the specific processes or a specific process area. For instance, the business area is human capital management. what are you looking at it from the business activity perspective? Compensation planning, skills management, benefit administration. Now CRM perspective, are you looking at customer experience management, call center management, Salesforce automation, business analytics, campaign management, supply chain management, procurement, inventory management, import compliance, supplier relationship management, logistics. Now, when it comes to manufacturing as a business area, product lifecycle management, workforce management, resource and capacity management. From the IT perspective, you can look at IT architecture, software development, data center operation. So this is how means map your business areas, map your business activities with the business areas, and then it will give you a better overview of the existing state of how do you want to proceed, whether, and also consider whether these business processes are differentiating part of your company's competitive advantage. Differentiating business processes are the only processes which are case for in-house custom dedicated enablement of the business portfolio. Now for non-differentiating, so you are doing a binary analysis, we are putting differentiating process, non-differentiating process, which are business as usual processes such as benefits, inventory, accounting, and intellectual property management. You should seek to minimize TCO, total cost of ownership, while at the same time you need to make sure that the quality of service is at par. If your processes are part of competitive advantage, consider whether the differentiation is based on IT capabilities. An example is information retrieval supported by internet search engine. In such a case, you should seek to align with the corporate mission and strategic objectives and erect barriers such as intellectual property protection to prevent imitation. So this is just a one small example. Now, from the scope and complexity perspective, for a small scope of operation, consider what niche business process operations could be moved to an on demand hosting provider, whether specific IT operations can be moved to an on demand hosting provider, and whether specific IT operations can be commoditized for competitive low cost advantages. For large scope operations, consider what scope of existing business operations can be moved to an on-demand hosting provider, and whether a large scope of existing IT landscape can be moved to an on-demand model. For low business process complexity, consider whether low complexity business processes can be commoditized. For high business processes complexity, consider whether specific business processes need to be retained under control of business for competitive advantage. Now, the last one is collaboration versus information restriction. So here we are talking about what sort of balance you need to maintain between collaboration and restriction of information. So you should understand the degree of collaboration and types of data that can be moved to cloud environment, and assess different type of cloud deployment and hosting models that meet the data sovereignty, corporate and personal security and collaboration needs. Now the degree of collaboration can range from individual working to uh, the corporate community. Now the information involved can be private to the individual or community, or can be public. So similarly you can divide it in multiple areas: for individual operation, for community collaboration, for private information. Okay, so this is how you can build a complete vision for your organization when it comes to cloud transformation. As you can see, for the different areas I have provided some of the ways how you can achieve risk reward balance, impact on products and services, scope and complexity. Similarly, you can map a graph between collaboration versus information restriction that exhibits different areas like dedicated collaborative networks, shared networks, dedicated IP, degree of community access. So you have a proper segmentation between collaboration and information restriction that helps you put together things in the right segments. And when you look at it in a holistic manner, you get a complete picture of your vision. So it is not just a single statement, but it has got lot of other supporting element which makes it complete, so that the whole uh, 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 component can be taken to the next step. So what is next after establishing your cloud vision? What do you need to do? You need to look for buying cloud services. So until all these conditions are met, until you have done this exercise, which is not just about us setting up a single statement from the cloud vision perspective, then you go to the next step, which is how you establish your how do you establish the right principles while buying the cloud services. And then you understand risk models that comes along with the different cloud providers. Then you build ROI from cloud computing in your organization. What are the challenges? How cloud is going to be utilized within the organization. So you get a clear map and picture at different stages. And as I said, you have the key performance indicators, ROI models as well. So you can look at those presentations and get a good understanding of how to go about creating a ROI model, or which model is suitable for your organization. Similarly, key performance indicators specific to those models. I guess this is it from my side. Thank you very much for watching.